Right, so this is Fibro Turtles meeting, 5th of January, 2021.
Gosh, Happy New Year.
And it sounds really important when you announce it like that. It says, if when we release this thing, the whole world is going to change.
Okay, so I should just share my screen very quickly. I have to admit I didn't do too much, but luckily there wasn't too much to do, so that worked out. We've been having power issues. I was just explaining to Ita. Okay, so I'll just go over the comments that were pending. And the main one was to do with our data set number discrepancies, which were mainly from a lack of sites on ITA's data. So over here, we have about a discrepancy of 442 turtles. ITA didn't include in his data sets turtles that don't have tags or aren't named or not recorded. So that accounts for a good chunk of that discrepancy. And then there's this discrepancy related to missing sites. It's actually higher than this. I don't know why. I just think this is just a rule. But yeah, there's about 8 sites missing from ITA's count. And so the ones that are just written like this are the ones missing from ITA's data set. So that's a money resort. Then there's a few small bycatch and data discrepancies that I also recorded in case, just to try and help resolve it.
Yeah, and sorry, Shane, just a question to Ita. When you've been going through the data, has Charles been giving you the latest version of the data set?
I think so. Like, I'm not
sure. Because I know Candace and the team went through quite a thorough cleaning process, and one of the big things they did was they moved away from turtle tag to getting a turtle ID, because a single turtle can have more than one tag. And as I understand it, the bycatch data is like, as it is now, everything's been cleaned, and yeah, those records.
They'll be awesome.
Yeah.
So no, we don't have that. We have like tag 1, tag 2, tag 3 sometimes, I think.
Yeah, that's the one we've been working with.
Great. It'd be amazing to have a total ID.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, they've done this all. They've cleaned it. So let me speak to Candace and ask her to send it through to you. Essentially, you need all the, we can obviously give you all the bycatch data, but you'd also need to know which ones have fibro, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll check with Cans on which on what she can say, what she needs to send over to you. Because I think that a lot of these issues that you've raised there might have already been resolved in the final cleaning processes. Sorry, I assume Charles had always just sent you the latest version.
It's okay, but I think in this case it was just it was mostly a case of sites missing. Like he didn't have this site Vuma, that was 95 turtles, so it's to just sort of resolve and address. And there's cases here where ITA has more numbers in the bycatch in the site than the bycatch, but I assume that's where you've combined the rehab and the bycatch together, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I can take your numbers in those sites, and then perhaps you can add for your analysis those sites that you missed out here, and see if that helps. But when
I think we should just use like one data set. So like choose either one. So whatever, if it's something that you use, you want me to send yours, and we'll use that. Just so we'll be consistent. Like I don't think.
Okay, I've used mine throughout. So this one, mine is. Should we just use mine then? Because it's got all the sites.
Yeah. So send it to me, and I'll run the analysis on that, and we'll just do that.
Okay.
I think that's the easiest.
Okay, but yeah, that was
and what are the reasons for the discrepancies that you see?
The other reason was also like the number of turtles with no record. So if I'm correct, when we account for those turtles, you have about 310 additional turtles to your database that were not there before. And then discrepancies in the count between yours and mine, which I don't think is a big deal, but I think it's more me not taking into account the ones in rehab. That's another 36. So about 346, which brings us closer to more, what's the word? Cohesive data set.
Rehab data?
Sorry, that?
You didn't use the rehab data?
I didn't hear, what?
You didn't use the rehab data?
I tried to, but I must have missed out instances here and there because in, like, for example, Kinyume, you have one more turtle than me. Somewhere like Irepe, you have two less turtles than me, or bycatch. So they're really small discrepancies.
Okay, and the big ones, you were breaking up before, so I couldn't hear the...
I'm saying I must have missed a few turtles here and there. The discrepancies are really small because I did take into account rehab, but you see, like for example, in Kinyume, you have 147. The bycatch ones I calculate is 146.
Yeah, but it sums
Kirepe,
up to like a few hundreds, right? So,
I'm sorry?
but it sums up to a few hundreds, right?
Yeah, it sums up to 346 turtles discrepancy. Well, 442 altogether, but from what we've done, we are able to reduce that down. So there's about 96 turtles not accounted for once I've done this.
Sure. Just send me the data set that you're using and I'll just run on that.
Sure. But just note that all these sites, yeah, it's just a matter of a lot of the sites were missing.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and I think that was the major issue. And there was this thing of Tim McClanahan. We were going to follow up with him about any major events that happened in those years. Justin, did you hear anything back at all from him or anyone?
No, Justin.
Hello? Is Justin there?
Sorry, I was on unmute. Sorry.
It's okay.
Yeah. So yeah, sorry, I haven't sent it on to him yet. I will do. I'll do it first thing tomorrow morning. Just a question: when I do send it, can I
Yes.
send him a picture of the graph where he can see the spikes in the years and ask him on those particular years, or do you want me to rather
Yes. Yes.
just write down the years? Okay.
You can. Yes. I don't think
Cool.
there's anything wrong with that.
Okay. I'll send that off tomorrow. I'll send it to Tim and also send it to Cordio and see if anybody on those teams between WCS and Cordio, if they picked up on anything.
Okay. Cool. And I think those are the major issues. I saw earlier on that with the site with this graph here, that Charles replaced it with one with higher resolution, but it's just that Google's resolution isn't that good. So I'll accept that. That's a high resolution graph.
No, you can
Okay.
get a higher resolution for sure.
But
Really?
what I can also do is
Okay.
when I'm with Mteli tomorrow, I'll check what resolution, how big the file is, and I can email it to you guys as well. But I'll make sure that it is really good quality.
Okay, cool. Thank you. And what else? Yeah, those are the main ones. I still haven't looked into this. When I made this comment, it was, to look at seasonality more in like a lag pattern rather than categorical. Like, for example, December 2002 to March 2003 being one season. I did it the other way around, so I'll just clean up there.
Cool.
Yeah, and I think, oh, and I was supposed to clean up this as well, make it more presentable, which I will. I clarify the statement previous, which was written like, our findings show that juvenile turtles were the most afflicted, but I just revised it to say our findings showed juvenile turtles were the age group most commonly caught around Otamu Bay. Juveniles were also the age group with the highest numbers afflicted with FP tumors, although prevalence was higher in adult turtles. So I think that should do the trick.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. These are all small clarifications there. It's likely that they would experience a higher level of exposure to changes in their environment, and that's the document mostly resolved.
Cool.
So it's getting there, and I think my next step is just to share my database with Ita, and so that he can redo any kind of analysis he will need to on his side. Oh yes, one more question. There's a site called Mkoko. Is that in the ocean or in the creek?
I'm not sure. I'll check for you. Where do you see that?
It's part of the bycatch data sites that weren't, sorry, not bycatch, but rehab data sites that weren't included in the data set.
Let me.
So
I'll check with the team. They'll be able to give you an answer pretty fast.
okay. Do you want me to put a comment here, or you'll remember?
Yeah, please. Thanks. Yeah, you could put a comment there and just put my name, and I'll get onto that. Yeah.
All right. And that's all I have. So I can.
You can tag him, I think, also.
Share.
Cool, thank you. So I think like cool. So like you'll send me your data and I'll redo the analysis with that. Probably nothing interesting will change, and I'll clean up my notebook and add it to the like in the resources or something. I don't know. Find out where to add it.
And Sharon, could you CC me when you send it to Ita, and then I'll check what's in that data set, and Candice and I will send Ita also the latest version of what we've got as cleaned, and see if that's of any help.
Sure.
Yeah.
I echo what Ita's saying. Probably not much in terms of infection numbers will change, because a lot of those sites had no infection at all. But a lot of them also, we were not probably aware they were in Watamu, and you just want a more comprehensive one. So it'd just be good to get numbers. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Awesome. This is so exciting.
I'm glad you're excited. So yeah, I'm looking forward to wrapping this up. I hope maybe I want to send it off to, what's her name, Karina. I think I can send it off to her even as we're working on unifying the database with Ita.
Yeah.
I'll let her know, that's what we're doing, but it won't affect anything really. But can she have a look anyway and see what she thinks?
Perfect.
So I can go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And yeah, I think that's those are the main things. Ita, did you have anything else to add or say?
No, not really. Yeah, just the data set, and I'll rerun it and clean my notebook, upload it, and yeah, go over the whole like thing again, see that it doesn't, you know, contradict anything that I found. Yeah.
Okay, but what I'm sending is just the the original LOC bycatch data that we got from Charles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I can send the one just purely with green turtles and 2003 to 2019.
Yep. Whatever it is that you've been like using,
Yes.
like after all your
All right.
processing and whatever, it has all the data.
Okay, let me send that now on email.
Yeah, and so
Together
Sharon, the data sets that you guys have been working off. So obviously there's like the bycatch, and it's got all the data sets in the bycatch. In the rehab center, are you working off the admission tables? Do you know what table you were working off?
When you talk about the bycatch data, there's a tab with bycatch and rehab. That's the one we've been working with.
Okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I guess admissions is the rehab data, I guess.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm guessing.
Yes.
Okay, cool. One. Yeah, because that's all being. And what year are you going up until?
Up until 2019, because we spent 2020 working on it. But you know, were there high numbers in 2020?
Yeah, we would have definitely had Fibro. Yeah, I mean, I can just let me know what datas you want and years you got, but we can send you right up until 31st of December if you want. It's already captured.
Okay, that one I will leave to Ita to decide. So all the graphs and everything. I mean, adding one graph and 1 year. What do you think, Ita?
For me, it's easy, and it's not gonna change because I'm gonna rerun it anyway. So yeah, for me it's no problem, and it's of course it's nicer to have the newest,
cool.
fastest, most accurate data, but it just could take a while, just getting it to. Like, I don't know. It could take some time, some work.
Yeah. So let me just send it through to you, Ita, and you can always just not include the 2020 years, and yeah, and you can decide what you need. But then I'll get that info to you from CAMS. Get that data to you.
Cool. Thanks. Then we'll
okay,
see.
so I'm sending 2 data sets.
Yes.
The first one is the original one that we've been using from Charles, and that I've been using to crunch the numbers and get absolute numbers. And then the second one is just my analysis and what I was doing to get, seasonal stuff and so on and so forth. So the second one has a lot of tabs in it. Ignore the first one because it says master, but it's not really. It's outdated. So just as a heads up, but that's what I'm sending now. You should see it in your inbox now. Any other thing? I don't think so.
So next week, same time?
Next week, I'm wondering if today's Tuesday. I'm wondering if we can maybe make it sometime this week, because I know next week is when the students start to come back, and it will become super hectic for me from then. And I want to have this squared away. Is sometime this week too enough time or not? Because if it's not enough time, then I can make next week Monday.
Yeah, you prefer Friday this week?
Yeah, Friday is cool.
Friday, so at like I think 2. What time is it? It's 5:30 now. Okay.
Oh, Friday at 2?
I think if now it's
Oh, for you.
5:30.
Oh,
so-
for you. Oh, it's 2:30 for you. Okay. Yes.
No, so 2 for you.
So 5:30. 5 for me and 2 for you. Does that work?
No, it's not.
Oh,
One sec.
so 2 for me and 11 for you?
Okay, yes. So 2 for you, which is 1 for me on Friday.
1 for you. Okay.
Okay, that works.
Cool. So then I'll make sure I get the data to you tonight, Ita. I'll see what Sharon sends you, and then I'll sit with Candice this evening.
That'd be
Cool.
great. Awesome. Okay, cool. So see you then.
Cool.
Awesome,
See you
guys.
on
So
Friday.
we'll catch up better. So Sharon, if you could please just
Send a
make sure I've got
copy.
that. Yeah, just shared that the Google Doc is shared with my Moving Sushi account. I'll get onto those emails and also do the acknowledgements referencing bit, and get the data to Ita and keep. Cool. Let's close this
Okay.
puppy off. I'm so excited.
Cool. I am sending it, sharing it with you now at
Okay.
moving. All right. Shared.
Awesome. Thanks, Sharon.
Welcome, Karibu. So you guys have a good rest of the week, and we'll talk to you Friday. Justin, you can join us as well.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just share the link, and then Ita, I'll send the data, and you let me know if it's what you need. If not, just let us know, and Kent and I will export whatever you need.
Okay, cool. Thanks.
Cool.
Okay.
Chat soon, guys, and thanks so much again.
Thank you. See you soon. Bye.
Cool. Take care. Bye.
Bye.